Through the seasons, may I walk in peace. May I walk in peace. On this path, may I walk through my life. May I walk in old age. May I walk in peace. May I walk in peace. May I walk, 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 may I walk in peace. May I walk in peace, in joy. May I walk in love. May I walk in gratitude. May I walk in peace. May I walk in peace, in stillness. May I walk in forgiveness. May I walk in loving kindness. May I walk in peace. May I walk in peace. May I walk, 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 may I walk in peace. May I walk in peace. May I walk in peace. May I walk in peace now. May you walk, always walk in peace. May we walk in peace. May I walk with loving kindness, in love. May you walk in joy, in love. May we walk.
Good morning, Celebration Center for Spiritual Living, and welcome to another fabulous Sunday morning. My name is Reverend Chris Alexander, and I am the senior minister here at Celebration Center. Now, you may notice there's something a little bit different going on this morning. I have been sniffly and congested. I think I just have a cold. It's not COVID. But you know what? One of my favorite things about this sort of brave new world, this post COVID outbreak world, is that we don't have to still show up in person to be together and to have a great experience. I don't have to give you guys my germs just to be at church. How lovely is that? And so this morning I have decided to join y'all from here in my home, and I love you all, whether you're joining us online from your home as well, or whether you are there in the center. So if you're there in the center and you feel comfortable, give each other a hug for me. And if you're at home, find somebody to hug for me. I personally will not be hugging Rev Ryan so that I don't give them my germs. Anyways, we are physically located in Falls Church, Virginia. However, we are truly serving the entire world with this hybrid experience where anyone, myself included, can join from home and have an amazing experience. So I'm so glad that you're here with us. If you are joining from home, I invite you to say good morning in the chat. I personally am wearing doggy pajama bottoms right now. So what pajama bottoms are you wearing right now? Tell us in the chat. And if you are in person, I invite you to go ahead and silence your cell phones, but don't turn them off. Feel free to pop on to YouTube or Facebook. Put all of your thoughts and comments there in the chat as well. If you're wearing pajama bottoms and you're at the center, let us know that in the chat as well. If you are brand new to the center, then welcome. We're so glad that you're here. We invite you to either fill out this this QR code. You can scan it, or you can fill out the card that's right here. Both of those lead you to a guest card that just gets us some information on how we can serve you and support you in becoming a part of your beloved community. If you're in the room and here for the first time, if you look over at the table at your left, you will see guest cards there that you can fill out as well. Now, we have an amazing service planned, I know, every week, but we are continuing our journey of talking about the movie Soul. And if you joined us last Sunday, we watched the movie Soul together. And next Sunday, after the service, we're going to be doing a Soul movie discussion group as our hybrid community connection. So if you haven't had a chance to, go watch it this week. But come with all of your thoughts, your ideas, what stood out to you, what you liked, what you didn't like, all of that to next week's hybrid community connection. This week, I'm speaking on creating a life that matters, and I'm super excited about bringing a new idea to this topic that's kind of been around for a while. We also have Rich Kurashevitz as our practitioner on platform. Yay, Rich! And we have Lynn Hollyfield, our music director, bringing us her amazing music. So yay, Lynn. Thank you both so much for being there in person. Now I have some announcements for y'all. First up, we have our next art night coming up with Miriam Catellis, and we are making friendship bracelets. Y'all remember those old school friendship bracelets that we used to make as kids? Well, she is going to be showing us how to make some super snazzy ones. It's going to be really fun, a time to come together. It is in Height Hall only on Friday, November 11th from 6:30 to 8 with a suggested love offering of $15 that goes towards supplies, and then the rest is donated to the center. We are also, the Power of 8 Circle on Wednesday evenings is taking a hiatus for November and December. And so in its stead, we are offering a grief support group. That is going to begin Wednesdays. It's actually Wednesdays, November 23rd. I'm so sorry. I thought I had fixed that. Wednesdays, November 23rd through December 28th from 6:30 to 8 o'clock. And this is going to be on Zoom and in person. So if you would prefer to be with us in person, you can do that. If you would prefer to meet on Zoom, you can do that as well. So this is a time for us to come together and just explore grief from this sort of spiritual science of mind perspective. It's not prescriptive. We're not going to tell you what you should or shouldn't be doing as you go through your own grief process. And this is open and available to anyone, whether you're currently experiencing acute grief from a recent loss or divorce or change of job or home or career or anything else. It could also be if you just struggle during the holidays, if it brings up old grief, if you have unprocessed grief that you're really looking to shift and find a new perspective and looking at from this sort of spiritual way, or if you just want to come together because you have some sadness or you get that winter blues or whatever it may be. So we invite you to join us. This group, there's no cost associated with the group. You can give a love offering if you want, and we invite you to go to the website to register for that. We also have November 14th through 17th, the O Shift Healing the Divide Summit that is put on by Soul Evolution Collaborative, my beloved Rev Ryan Alexander's spiritual community. And we are a partner with them. We are an affiliate with Soul Evolution Collaborative for this event, which means that if you go to our website, celebrationcenter.org, and register under upcoming events, or if you scan this code right here and register for this amazing event, that just over 33% of the proceeds actually come back to Celebration Center. So this is going to be an amazing event. They have speakers from all over the country, including our beloved spiritual leader, Dr. Edward Philhune. And it's going to be just incredible. And it supports both Celebration Center and Soul Evolution Collaborative. So feel free to check that out. And now we've been, for the last 3 weeks, we have been talking about our committed giving program. And if you would like to, if you have not completed your 2023 committed giving program, we invite you to do that now. You can visit that website. You can go to our website, celebrationcenter.org, or you can scan the code and it will take you to our committed giving form. And as y'all know, or you may not know if you're new, we have 4 areas of focus that we focus on in our community that we feel like are what inform and direct us towards our vision of celebrating spirit within and knowing the oneness of humanity. And so this year, what we are doing, because now we've been working in these areas of focus for a year, so what we're doing this year is we're talking to various community members about what these areas mean to us and why they support the Celebration Center. So today we are with Terry and Andy Murphy, who y'all might know. They have been longtime members, beloved members of this community, and they are talking with us about deepening connection. Let's watch.
So, deepening connection. I would say that we have deepened connection through Celebration Center almost at every level, in the community, in our relationship, and with God, with that which is beyond us.
I feel as though there's something larger than I am supporting me. And I don't feel like I did before.
And that's the spiritual side of it, the being supported by other people who see and experience being supported by something larger than us. And then there's the immediate, the fact that we've got so many dear friends who are positive, upbeat, inspiring.
And people that I sense will be friends for life. We've been members for 32 years now. 34.
And then there's all the richness that it's brought to our relationship that we've been able to work side by side in Celebration Center. All the committees, the plays, the skits, the pancake suppers, all of that. I don't understand how people get by without a community to belong to. It makes so many things possible at so many levels. We kind of took it for granted because we both grew up in church communities that we eventually left, of course, but it's just nothing like it.
Yeah, and I find it too. And it's helped inspire me to do things. I formed a lot of little small groups. I started a group for the tuxedos.
What were the tuxedos? What did
guys that all that tuxedos, and whenever somebody would come up like Mother's Day or somebody's birthday, Amy Conley's birthday, we sang "Bunch of Love with Amy."
Oh, that's wonderful.
And I started a men's group. Maybe meeting. It's 2 weeks. That's just wonderful.
And Soka.
An elders group, yeah. You and Ed ran that for many years.
Yeah.
And then today with Reverend Chris, she's got so much passion and enthusiasm and aliveness for the philosophy and for community. I mean, we really feel how important it is to you to bring community together. You take every opportunity to develop community, and that just feels great.
Thank you.
That's working.
I'm glad. Well, I love this community. Y'all are the best. Church plays.
Church has been responsible for metaphysical interpretation of the Lion King, metaphysical interpretation of Peter Pan.
That's so fun.
So,
Well, and that's why I asked y'all, because y'all have been, deepening connection and a part of this community, really one of the pieces of the heart of this community for decades.
Yeah, if you just live out in the wider community, there's too much pressure, too much competition. You've got people who are stars and this, that, and the other. Whereas when you belong to your own community, small scale community, or what human scale community, there's opportunities for everybody's talents to shine.
I love that.
You don't have to be the world's best musician to look pretty darn good.
Okay, go for it. Sing something for us. Oh.
Some sing low and
some sing higher, down on the telephone wire. Some just cut their hands and paws for anything they got now.
Oh, so as y'all can see, I absolutely love any time I get to spend with Terry and Andy. So thank you both so much for doing that little interview with me. And as y'all can see, connection is so important here at Celebration Center. So if you want to be a part of building this connection, of furthering this vision, we invite you to fill out that 2023 Committed Giving program. You can also, tell us in the chat if you're watching online, or if you're in the room, over to your right is a bulletin board with that section, deepening connection. And we invite you to tell us, what are your ideas of deepening connection? What would you like to see us doing in 2023? And next week, we will conclude with our final week of community outreach. And also pay attention, because if we have your address, more than likely you got in the mail a letter from our Leadership Council President Janine Ballou about what we're up to and what we've done in 2022, what we're expecting to do in 2023, and also another committed giving form for you there. So With all of that being said, I invite Lynn to open us with a song.
All right. Good morning, everyone. We are going to continue with our community singing here of "My Soul Is Welcome Here" by Daniel Namad. I'm at the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm at the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. I am getting a message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm at the right place at the right time. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. I'm at the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Yeah, I'm at the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. I'm getting a message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 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 Yeah. My soul is welcome here. 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 Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lynn, for that opening song. Good morning, everyone. I invite you to enter the sacred time in our service with a 3-part breath. As we breathe together, we are remembering our oneness, synchronizing together as the beloved community that spans across the globe, and recognizing the unique gifts we each bring. So breathe in, hold, breathe out. Breathe in, hold, breathe out. Breathe in, hold, breathe out. Please say our vision together with me. We are celebrating spirit within and knowing the oneness of humanity. Today's reading is by Ernest Holmes from Science of Mind magazine, October 7th, 2009. No one can doubt that God is perfect. Jesus said, "Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect." He had already located heaven within. He also said, "Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven." He meant that when we do the will of God, earth will be like heaven. The without will be like the within, for the two are really one. Our claim, our affirmation, our prayer and acceptance, or communion with the infinite, should always be on the realization that God is in and through his creation, as well as around it. We identify ourselves with the divine, recognizing its presence and accepting its action in our lives. I invite you to close your eyes or soften your gaze. Feel how you are supported by your chair and the ground beneath your feet as you deepen your breath and bring your awareness to the present moment. Allow everything else, the worries, concerns, to-do lists, and busyness to fall away as you simply relax in the now and breathe. And so we pray. God is the one power, presence, mind, and life. God is all there is. God is omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent. God is love and is immortal and eternal. God is the entire universe. And I am that I am. I am an individualized expression of the divine and one with God. The kingdom of God is here and it is within me. I am perfect, whole, and complete. And just as I am perfect, whole, and complete, each and every one is perfect, whole, complete, eternal, and immortal. I declare that in faith we speak our word in the truth to manifest peace, love, joy, and abundance in all areas of our lives. I know that it is done unto us as we believe. I know we claim the peace and harmony of God and declare wholeness is our desired state. We declare that we are rooted in the divine. All is well and very well in all of our affairs through the faith and love of God that flows in us, around us, and through us, and is manifested through our faith by the law of good. God works through us as us. And I'm so very grateful for the faith and love of God in our lives, which is manifested in everything and everyone as the everlasting presence of God. I am grateful for the truth that sets us free. I'm so very grateful for all the blessings that manifest and will manifest through our acceptance of the gifts that have already been made and are ours when we speak our word. And I release my word unto the law, what is already known in the mind of God, and will not return unto me void. I do give thanks that this is so, and so it is.
I'm going to do a beautiful song written by the very wonderful Tom Brasado Rao. This is called What Can Love Do? What?
What can love do? How can you live? What can you hope for? Put all of your best laid plans to rest. What does it take? Who really cares? Does it get better? All you can do is do your best. When you think it's not enough, love comes out out and calls your bluff. That's what love can do. That's what love can do. When you need it, that's what love can do. All over town, word got around, you got in trouble. Word travels fast and it won't set you free. Maybe you're lost, maybe you're cold, sometimes you shiver. Even the truth won't set you free. You've been riding out the storm, then love comes home and you're safe and warm. That's what love can do. That's what love can do. When you need it, that's what love can do. Love won't get you rich. Love won't drive you poor. Love won't turn the tables. That's not what love is for. Love won't stop you crying or make your vision clear. Love just tells you one thing: you are meant to be here. And that's what love can do. That's what love can do. When you need it, that's what love can do. Hey, when you need it, that's what love can do.
Oh, thank you so much, Lynn. And thank you so much, Rich. I love how you always find the best of the Ernest Holmes quotes for us. Thank you both. So, creating a life that matters. Now, first and foremost, right off the bat, we need to clear up a couple of misnomers. First of all, we don't have to do anything to create a life that matters. Our life matters. Your life matters. Period. End of discussion. You don't have to do anything to make yourself worthy of a life that matters. You don't have to show up in any specific way to make your life matter. There's nothing that you have to fit into or force yourself to be to have a life that matters. Simply by showing up here on the planet, you're doing it. You are creating a life that matters. So we're going to reframe this just a little bit to say we're working towards creating a life that feels good, that works for us. Now, that leads me to another misnomer that we need to put to bed. And this one was a big one for me. And I don't know, maybe I was just like really slow on the uptake. Maybe I didn't get the memo, but I had this idea, and I feel like a lot of sort of new age teachings and self-help and things like that have this idea that your life can only matter if you're doing big, important things all the time. That somehow by stepping back, by resting, by taking the time that you need, by thinking things through, by, just pulling away and not reacting immediately, that somehow that is the wrong way to do life. Now, you know that anytime we start talking about right or wrong, your little red flag should pop right up, right? Because what is right or wrong? And how can I tell you what is right or wrong for your life? So I'm here to tell you right now that you, A, have a life that matters, and that you are creating a life that matters even when you don't feel well, even when you're struggling, even when you're having financial challenges, even when you're having challenges in your relationship, even when you're fighting with your best friend, even when you're binge watching Netflix or Hulu or HBO Plus or Disney Plus or whatever it is, even when your closet is super messy or your house isn't clean, even when you're scrolling on social media for hours and hours and hours, even when you're sleeping, even when you're in grief or sadness, even when you're angry, all of those things are still a part of your life, and your life matters. That's it. That's it. And so I know for myself that I would beat myself up a lot anytime that life wasn't going exactly the way that I thought that it should, or if I was doing something that I had deemed not mattering, right? Like watching my favorite TV show or whatever it is, cleaning, all of these things, that I was somehow doing something wrong. But instead, our lives matter simply because we matter, because we're here. And so, therefore, it stands to reason that if our life just simply does matter, then all of those little tiny actions throughout the day matter. That's just the way that it works. And so it's not so much about, creating this big grandiose life where you leave this legacy that everybody in the world has heard about you and knows your name, and you've done these things that have changed the face of the entire planet, but rather that the actions that you are taking are part of your integrity, are part of your intentionality, that you do so consciously and with awareness. So the purpose really of life is to live it. The purpose of life is to show up to life fully every day, no matter what life is bringing to us. And realizing that every day is not going to be the new best day ever, that some days might be harder than others, and that doesn't make that day matter any less. And that doesn't make you matter any less. Even if you make a mistake, even if you have to go back and apologize for something you did or didn't do, we're all human. We're all just figuring it out together. And so you can just relax a little bit. Oh my goodness. I know I was constantly exhausted in my 20s, just trying to make my life matter all the time. But you don't have to do that. Instead, it becomes this action of stepping back and standing in yourself and looking around and saying, what is mine to do here? What are the values that I want to show up and live from? Now, Parker Palmer has an amazing quote that I want to share with y'all now. And what he says is, before you tell your life what you intend to do with it, listen for what it intends to do with you. Before you tell your life what truths and values you have decided to live up to, let your life tell you what truths you embody and what values you represent. I love that. Let life tell you what truths you embody and what values you represent. So often in our society, we're taught that there are certain values that we should have. And notice I'm saying that word should a lot, and that is another red flag. Nobody can tell you what you should be doing, right? And yet so often we're told what values we should have. And when we do that, when we try to live from those values which society has told us we need to deem as important, what happens is that there's this incongruency that all of a sudden we can't be living our authentic life because that isn't our true values. That isn't who we are, who we're here to be. I had the most beautiful thing happen last week. We talked to the Leadership Council, which is our version of the board of directors here at Celebration Center. By the way, we have seats open. So if you're like, yes, I want to get into the business side of the Celebration Center, come talk to myself or Janine. But at the Leadership Council, what we say is that we are making every decision that we have from the place of our vision, celebrating spirit within and knowing the oneness of humanity. And so when we're making business decisions, that's what we fall back to. Is this decision that we are making in alignment with celebrating spirit within? Is this decision in alignment with knowing the oneness of all humanity? And if the answer is yes, then great, let's make that decision. And if the answer is no, okay, let's reevaluate. Why is this outside of alignment with our vision? And what do we need to do to come back into alignment with our vision, with those 4 areas of focus? How is this decision fitting into deepening connection or community outreach or spiritual enrichment or I just completely blanked on on the last one. Spiritual center growth. How is this decision in alignment with one of those areas of focus? And in doing so, in alignment with our vision. And if it's not, then we don't make that decision. We make a different decision. And so it's easy to see how when you get a group of people together that is supporting the business side of a spiritual community, that it should be living, that the decisions should be coming from the vision, mission, purpose, and values of that community. And yet what we forget is that we can make decisions from our own values as well. I was having a discussion with a friend last week, and she was talking about how she had to make this decision. And she really wanted to do one thing. And a lot of people who really care and love her, care about her and love her, were telling her to make the other decision. And so she was hemming and hawing and going back and forth and dealing with all of these feelings of, well, I really should do what they're saying, but I really want to do this. But this over here, the thing that I want to do, it feels irresponsible because it's out of alignment of the values that I've been taught are the most important. And all of the sudden, she stopped and she said, my number one value is connection. And so I am going to make the decision that is in alignment with my number one value of connection and let go of the fact that everyone is telling me that I should do this other thing, because even though this other thing looks like, according to our society, the more responsible thing, even though those people don't love me any less for steering me in a direction that is in alignment with their values, even though I have made that decision in the past, I'm going to stop and step back and stand firm in my own values and say, connection is what is most important to me. And therefore, I am going to make the decision that is in alignment with my value of connection. I had to stop and I was like, oh my God, that is profound. Because how often do we have a decision to make and we say, oh, well, I should do this. I want to do that, but I should do this. How often do we negate our own desires because we think that we should be doing something different? Now, in the movie Soul, which we are continuing to study, we have 2 more weeks until the brilliant ending of this movie. I invite you to go watch it on Disney Plus if you haven't already. But in this movie, we can see that with Joe Gardner, the main character, who is a middle school band director, but he has this vision of being a musician in the jazz scene. And his mother, Libba, tells him that he needs to just get a job and be secure and be financially stable, that is what is most important. And so they don't get along, they butt heads throughout the movie. And yet, what Joe's value is and what he continues to fall back in is his love of music, So here's what's really beautiful about what happens in this movie. So if you remember last time, we left that Joe had fallen into the body of Mr. Mittens the cat, and 22, the soul that he was mentoring, had fallen into his body. So now 22 has hijacked Joe Gardner's body, and they are running around the city, and they are trying to get Joe's body ready for his gig with Dorothea Williams that night in time for Moonwind to switch them back around so that Joe could then have this experience that he was finally catching his big break. And so they are running around the city, and they have all these errands and chores they have to run. And the first place they go is home, because he's still in his hospital gown. And he says, I can't believe I've been running all over the city without pants on, right? And so as they're sitting there, all of a sudden, Connie, his middle schooler that he is teaching trombone lessons to, knocks on the door. And of course, 22 answers as Joe. And Connie says, I quit. This band thing is stupid. I don't want to do it anymore. Now, Connie is an amazing trombonist, and she loves it. She really does. And so she is, in true middle school dramatic fashion, just wanting a listening ear. Now, in the past, when Joe was in his own body, he would have argued with her and told her all of the reasons that she needed to stay. But because 22 was in his body, she said, yeah, you're right. Trombone's really stupid, because that's how she felt in that moment. And then she just sat down, and they had this profound conversation that had nothing to do with music. She just listened to Connie. And at the end of it, Connie said, well, I guess maybe I shouldn't quit. I really do love this. And she ran off and said, thanks, Mr. Gardner. And it was this beautiful, profound experience of just what she calls it is jazzing. She makes it into a verb of just going with the flow, of being in sync, of listening, and of opening herself up. And next, she takes Joe's body to the barber shop to get a haircut. And she gets a haircut, or Joe rather gets a haircut from Des, this amazing barber who has a gift. And what Joe says is, this is definitely his purpose. This is his spark. This is what he was meant to do. And yet, as they're sitting in there in the chair, 22 begins to ask him questions about his life. Well, how did you get into this? This must have been what you've always wanted to do. And he says, no, I wanted to be a vet. But this is what I'm being called to do. And so I am doing it with everything that I have. And they have this amazing, beautiful, profound conversation that shifts everyone in the room simply by showing up and jazzing, simply by allowing themselves to go with the flow and the synchronicity. And then finally, she has to go to Joe's mother, who he has never gotten along with, because she just wants him to be stable. And isn't that what our parents want? They love us, but what they want is for us to be stable and secure. And so he goes, or she goes rather, with this cat. She's holding this cat that is Joe. And she goes to his mother, Libba, and he gets all mad. And as the cat, the only person that can hear him is 22. He says, oh, she's never understood me anyways. And 22 repeats it out loud, and she turns around and she goes, what? And this opens the door for this profound conversation in which Libba tells him, of course I support you. Of course I want you to do what you want. Of course I want you to follow your dreams. And I'm so scared for you. I also want to make sure that you're taken care of when I'm gone. I want you to be happy and prosperous and abundant in every sense of the word. And I don't see that happening in this way. And he is able, through 22, to say, this is it. This is my life. This is what I'm here to do. This is what I'm meant to do. And they have this beautiful connection together. And so 22 is able to have these conversations because she has stopped with her agenda and simply fallen back and centered into her own values of listening and showing up to life, whatever life is bringing to her at this time, with no agenda, no need to do it right or wrong or be this way or that way or the other way. And so this all reminds me of one of my favorite songs from one of my most favorite musicians, Amy Steinberg. And what she says in the song is, living is the purpose of life. And so before we listen, because I made us a music video to listen to the song, and I want you to listen to the words, but think about, they're there, this movie Soul, they're there to find their spark. And Joe has equated spark to purpose, that those two things have to go hand in hand. And yet what he learns is that purpose is not the same as spark. Spark is just simply our reason for being here on the planet. And our purpose is going to change and develop and grow and shift over time as we change and develop and grow and shift over time. And so the spark is simply who you are, and creating a life that matters means that you are just living from your spark day to day, whether that spark is telling you to just go back to bed because you don't feel well, or to push forward and forge ahead towards whatever your purpose is at the moment. And so I invite you to listen to this song from Amy Steinberg and remember that your purpose for living is life.
Been through the desert, walked in the ocean, climbed up a mountain, I've sang in the wind, I cried out in the moonlight, I've drank that potion, wished in the fountain, and I've lived in sin. I keep searching for an answer to make me complete, but every time I think that I found it, the ground shifts under my feet. What I know is every moment is a blessing, and every love is like a light, and beauty comes with every sunrise. Living is the purpose, living is the purpose, living is the purpose, living is the purpose of life. Of a goddess, lie in the night, dance with the devil, I've screamed at the store, held hands with the holy, I've touched the divine, I've plucked every petal, and again I've been born. I keep searching for an answer to make me complete, but every time I think that I found it, the ground shifts under my feet. What I know is every moment is a blessing, and every love is like a light, and beauty comes with every sunrise. Living is the purpose, living is the purpose, living is the purpose, living is the purpose of every
And so, with that, I invite us into prayer. So, if you feel comfortable, close your eyes or soften your gaze. And take this moment to just center within yourself, to that place within you that knows and remembers the truth of your own divinity, the truth that there is only one thing going on, one infinite, absolute, eternal presence, one light that is showing up as the spark within each and every one of us, the spark within all life, within this entire planet, the galaxy, the solar system, the universe, the multiverse, beyond even that. It simply is all that is. And so I know and affirm that each and every one of us is the individualized expression of that oneness, that each and every one of us is living our spark, that we are creating a life that matters because we matter. And so we simply step up and show up and live from our own vision, live from our own values. Make decisions that are in alignment with who we are, our unique, authentic, amazing, spiritual, divine, messy human selves. And so we just allow life to flow through us and as us. We sync up and flow and jazz and just allow that life that is our life to live itself as us, in us, and through us. And I am so grateful for this beloved community full of amazing, brilliant, beautiful, divine sparks that are fully living out loud in every moment as these divine, amazing beings. And so I simply release my word. I let it go. I know it is done as I have spoken. And so it is. And now I'd like to invite Lynn up for another song.
Oh, that was so beautiful. Okay, I'm going to do an Eric Clapton song. This is called Let It Grow. Standing at the crossroads, trying to read the signs to tell me which way I should go to find the answer. And all the time I know, plant your love and let it grow. Let it grow, let it grow. Let it blossom, let it flow. In the sun, the rain, the snow. Love is lovely. Let it grow. Looking for a reason to check out all my mind. Trying hard to get a friend that I can count on. There's nothing left to show. Plant your love and let it grow. Let it grow, let it grow. Let it blossom, let it flow. In the rain, the sun, the snow. Love is lovely. Let it grow.
shorter. There's much for you to do. Only ask and you will get what you are needing. The rest is up to you. Plant your love and let it grow. Let it grow, let it grow. Let it blossom, let it flow. In the sun, the rain, the snow. Love is lovely. Let it grow.
Beautiful, Lynn. I love that song. That was a beautiful rendition of it as well. Thank you. So this is the time in our service for our gifts and our offerings. And so if you have a monetary offering or tithe that you would like to give to us, you can scan the QR code, you can visit the website, or you can go to celebrationcenter.org if you would like to fill out a 2023 committed giving form or give. All of that can be done on our website. Your presence in this community is a gift, and you showing up and living your life that matters here with us means so much to me, to everyone else, just as each of us means so much to everyone else. I really love this beloved community that we are creating together. And so now I would like to invite Rich for our offertory affirmation and a prayer.
Please join me in saying our offertory affirmation together aloud. This gift I give is God in action. I give it in joy. I give it in love. I give in faith. I give it knowing that I am blessed. And so I gratefully give. We now bless all the gifts that are donated now or coming to the center, as we know they are given from the Spirit and from love, as we practice the law of circulation. Money is energy. We express gratitude for this flow of energy of good that is motivated by love and spirit within. These gifts come into the center and go back out to benefit the community and then come back to us multiplied. I do give thanks that this is so, and so it is.
Hello. Hello, everyone. We're going to do our closing song. This is that beautiful a cappella song, We Shall Be Known by My Muse. And please sing with me. So it goes like this. We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle round to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change, alive from deep within the earth. It is time now. It is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves into the well. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. We shall be known by the company we keep,
by the ones who circle round to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change, alive from deep within the earth. It is time now. It is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves into the well. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love.
And so I invite you to repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. I am led by Spirit. I am guided by wisdom. I am protected by love. I am here to be a blessing. I am so grateful. And so it is.